Yeah. So I will share my screen now. I will share my screen now. I think it's not showing. I was thinking it's going to show screen two. It's not showing screen two. Okay. Can you see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this we've been doing revision because of those who joined newly, who just joined basically. So we've been doing revision for the past two weekends. So but today we're going to continue the class. As in we finished, we are done with revision. So we are continuing the class normally, right? Um, so we've done relational database. I've done revision on relational database concept. I've done revision on um, retrieving data with the select statement. We've done aggregate function. There's null and date function inside that I think we've done um, like, yeah, a revision of null and date function too. So before we go to string manipulation, I'll just touch briefly on string manipulation. But before that, I want us to do when statement in SQL. I want us to do case when statement in SQL. Hope we are ready for that. I want to do case 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 when statement in SQL. Case when, lead case when statement in SQL. So that is what we want to do. Hope that makes sense, right? That is what we want to do. Case when statement in SQL. Case when statement in SQL. So I will share my screen again so that we'll see the SQL server that we've been using. And I hope everybody has SQL server now installed on their system. So hopefully, if we're able to finish, of course, I want us to finish case when statement today, then um, we can do like a 15-minute classwork. And I hope there will be time for that. So we can do like a 15-minute classwork and we'll be able to take it from there. That means we'll do a breakout rooms and the exercises I attached to our emails, 5 exercises, I think for those who have been here since December. And I hope for those who just joined, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I hope you've been able to lay your hands on those 5 or on those exercises that I shared on the group. If you have not, please do it because only one person reached out to me, just one person. But it's without doing these things, there's no way these things can stay, to be honest with you. And so there's no way this thing can stay. So these are what we've done so far. These are what we have done so far. And I said we should read ahead. I even shared a link on the group chat that we should read ahead. And yeah, and I hope we can still remember all of this. I hope we can still remember all of this because, okay, this is string manipulation because these things are, and I hope we have been able to go through all this also. I think we went through. Did you go through this last week? Did you go through this last week? What I highlighted, did we go through it last week?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, but I said you guys should do so. I will not touch
Yeah.
base on it. It's
Okay.
I said you guys should go over it, and I hope for those who are new, yeah, I hope we've been able to go over it to yeah to just check it. So let me start from this one: date diff and date add. I will do only date diff. I want us to do date add. It's when you lay hands on stuff that you get to remember stuff very well. Date diff means difference from the English word difference. Date, we know what date means. So date difference means difference between two dates. Difference between two dates. While date add means addition of two dates, or what we'll have to do with time. That is date add and date diff. But we're not touch basing on date diff. I want to talk only on on date add. I only want to talk on date diff, and I will please beg us to go and study date add. So for example, if you want to do this is not what we want to do today, but let me quickly explain this and just move on. Customers page. Let me just do a simple example which has been done here before. I'll just explain it. Customer's age. So like with this, we want to calculate the age of customers. We've been able to establish that we have two databases, um, Adventurous DW and the one without DW. So this one is from DW. This table, team employee, DB.dim employee is from the database DW. So if you expand that database, you see this table there. I've always said you need to understand your tables, your database. So this is team employee table inside this database. So I want to calculate the age of employees. But because you won't just calculate age, you want to give it a bit of context, right? You selected employee key, you dragged employee key, you dragged first name, you dragged last name, then you dragged marital status. But this is where we are going exactly. Let me just delete this first. Let me just delete this first and explain it again. Yeah, then we go to what we want to do today. We go to what we want to do today. So date diff. Date diff, like I said, means difference between two dates. So when you are doing date diff, arguments, I've explained to us, open and close. I've explained to us that when you say argument, the number of items you have inside the open and close bracket is called argument. So date diff, can you see the summary you have? The date diff function requires three arguments. Can you all see that, please?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not the one who decided to write it there. It's on it has been inbuilt to it. So it's telling you it takes three arguments. So the first argument will be what do you want to do? It's either year or month or day. But since we want to calculate age is years, right? Age is years, not day, not month, right? So I will choose to go with year. That's the first argument. The second argument will be the two dates. If you want to calculate age of somebody, if I should ask you, how old are you? And you say you are 20 years, you are 20 years old. How did you get that 20? That means you looked at the day you were born, the year that you were born first, and started from today's date. Are you subtracting from today's date, right? So which year were you born is the birth date. You need to understand your database, like I said. So there is a column under the employee called birth date. Birth date, yeah, birth date. So this is date of birth, just like we always call it, right? This is second argument. The third argument would be, how do you get your age? Today's date minus the day you are born, right? Today you are born is birth date, which is a column in this database, right? So today's date in SQL Server, get date. It means get me today's date. Get me today's date. That will be open, then open and close bracket. There is no, get date doesn't take any argument. Let me repeat that again. Get date doesn't take any argument. It just get date. It means get me today's date. Open the bracket and close it, right? That is it. This close bracket was the one we opened here, right? So that is that with that. Any questions? So I will rename. So all of this gives me age. So I will name this as employee age. There will be class work today to really show that we've been following and we understand everything that we have been doing. So that as employee age, so it won't be as if I'm just saying all of this without you doing stuff. So this is the first argument. This is the second argument. This is the third argument. So I'm saying subtract your date of birth, which is a column in this table, dim employee, from today's date. That will give you your age, right? Today's date, get date minus the date of birth, your birth date, and give me the results in, we are trying to calculate year. So that means your age is in years. So if you highlight this, make sure you change the database to AdventureWorks DW, then you execute. Then you get the employee, the first name, the last name, the marital status, and the employee age. Any question before we go to what we want to do today? Any question, please?
Yes, quick question. So I appreciate that get date does not have any arguments. Are there other functions like that? Just for our knowledge that won't
For
require
now,
arguments.
I can't remember any, to be honest. There may be some advanced function
Okay.
like that, but yeah. But for now, for this level, I think get date is the one that I can remember now. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. So yeah, if that's the only question, then let's move on to today's one. We want to do case when. I purposely copied this. This is a question which I will do, but case when, case when is an if logic. It returns a condition. It returns an expression or a condition when a value is true or otherwise, right? So it returns an expression when a value is true or when it is otherwise, right? It's like saying for those who are from a particular country, give them this. For example, if you want to categorize customers' performance, right? Or probably for those who have worked in marketing before, and they said, okay, we want to see all these are marketers, the best marketer of the year. So let's categorize what they've done based on the amount of loan or amount of or what do you call it now? Fixed deposit that they've brought in. So you now say for those who have brought in fixed deposits more than £1 billion, give them top performer. For those who have bought less than that, give them low performer. So it gives you a result when a condition is true. It gives you a result when a condition, this is a result when this condition is true. So condition one, condition two, condition n is just saying as many conditions as there are. It could be one condition, two conditions, three conditions. Then else, Any other one that doesn't meet all these three conditions and the result, give it an expression, call it this expression, and then end the O. So everything like this could be used as one column in a statement. So you're saying when a condition is true, the condition will be when a gender is male, then give it male. Or when the sales is above 10,000 pounds, then give it high sales. When the sales is less than 10,000 pounds, but not more than 5,000 pounds, give it low sales or top sales. So you just give a condition to it and the result. Otherwise, if it doesn't meet any of this condition, then give it a result. Then you end it. That is case when statement. Let me write today's date. Today's date is 3rd, so that when you're reading, you know today's date. 3rd Feb 2024. So that is case when statement. Case used to return a condition when something is true or otherwise, right? So let me do a very simple example for us. A very simple example for us. Let me go to a sales table. There's a sales table called fact internet sales. Fact internet sales. Like I said, I'm doing this because I've been using this demo database for a while. You need to understand your database wherever you work for you to implement anything at all, right? So you want to categorize sales amount. Now, let me make this announcement for this year. This condition could be anything. This condition could be what? It could be anything. It could be as long as 2-3 different statements. Do you understand what I'm saying? It could be as long as 2-3 different statements. It could be one statement, it could be 2, it could be 3, but everything is just one condition. It could be so long that sometimes you wonder, is this still the same SQL that we are still writing? Yeah, that's the way it works. So I'll give you a simple one, and I'll give you another one that is also simple anyway, and I'll give you a class work, everybody to do it, so that I won't be the only one talking. We will also do and listening. So let's say your manager tells you and say, Abimbola, I want you to categorize the product performance that we have. The product performance that we have in terms of, let me do a simple one. In terms of, okay, in terms of the sales amount, we want to categorize sales amount. Want to categorize sales amount based on what? Based on the sales made in, let's say, for within a particular period, but I am not putting a particular period now. I'm just doing something very simple. So sales categorization, sales, or let me say sales segmentation, sales segmentation, categorize your sales. For you to do this, you need to understand where is the sales table. In this database, this is the sales table, fact internet sales, right? So, of course, you'll be told in details what to do. And sometimes they will just think you're a data analyst. Just give us sales, categorize our sales. And for those who are less than a particular amount, tag them top sales or low sales, depending on the product. Now, let me use product sales performance. I think that one will make a bit of the sense. Product sales performance. But that one is not a basic example, but let's just assume it's a basic example. So you want to see your product sales, the sales for each product. Let's say categorize sales. based on each product. So I will say, for you to understand your table first, in the case you don't understand, select all. Select all means show me everything inside this table. Select all from what I'll encourage you. Don't only do select all wherever you are working, except it's a small organization. If it's a big organization, if you do select all, and that organization has been existing for the past 20 years, and they still have data stored for the past 20, that means you want to scan, you want to get all the results of the past 20 years stored data, which is like a suicide mission, right? So the best thing to do in that scenario is to say select top 100. We are still saying select all, but you say select top 100 means select top 100 all. Select all the columns. This is all the columns, but top 100 means the first 100 rows. So that one will save you a bit, or you use a where clause. If not, if you do a select all in a place like NHS, in banks, Barclays, Santander, they will send you a chat via Teams. Stop running that query. You are consuming too much of memory. In fact, the query may not run for the next 24 hours. In fact, it may never even give you a result. So the best thing is to say select top. Is it top 200, top 500, top 1000, top whatever? Yeah. So if you check this table, I'm trying to show you what you do if I'm in a workplace environment. If not, I would just write the query. So you look at this table. Now understand this table. You need to understand what each of the column represents. If, like a place where I work, that some of those columns are in Spanish, they gave me a PDF sometimes last year to understand just a particular part, some of the table, not even all of the table, to understand what each column represents in English. So you have to understand it, check it one by one. If you understand, now I'm doing sales segmentation. This one is just, let me comment this out. So I'm doing sales segmentation in terms of product. I'll say, okay, what is sales? Is there anything like sales amount? There's a sales amount. This is a sales amount column, right? If there's no sales amount and you have unit price and quantity, multiply unit price and quantity to give you sales amount if there's no sales amount. Or if it's called a different thing, or it has not been done for you. This has been done for us already. If it's not been done, multiply. Of course, we all know that unit price times quantity to give you sales amount, but we have sales amount already. So if you have a product sales segmentation, that means in a sales table, it's possible that a particular shirt, which is a product now, or product ID 10, was purchased by different customers, right? So if the number of times product, let's say a Tommy shirt of product of ID 10, product ID 10, if this Tommy shirt was ordered 20 times, it will appear, this 10 will appear 20 times inside the sales table, under the sales table. Does that make sense? If this product was ordered 100 times by different customer, the product 10 will be showing 100 times, 10, 100 times, right? Inside that particular table, because it is sales table. Anybody can order any type of product that you want. So whatever you ordered, that product ID will be replicated. If it's ordered 1 million times, it will appear 1 million times. Hope I'm communicating. Does that make sense? So for you to now say, since we have so many products ordered at different times, the same product ordered plenty times, you don't know how many times it was ordered. Let me bring this down. You don't know how many times it was ordered, right? So you now say, okay, that means let me sum all the products, not product, all the sales of each product together, so that if a product appeared 20 times, that means the sales for each of those products will appear 20 times. I want to sum all the sales together. So the best way to do that is say, let's just take some columns, pick some columns, say select product key, right? Product key, right? Product key. I don't like the name product key. I will say product ID. I've taught us alias. Yeah. If anybody has a question on that, I will tell another to be sure everybody understand what I've taught before. So I'll change the product key name column to product ID. I don't like product key. I want to say product ID, right? Then sales amount. Sales amount means quantity times unit price. I don't like sale. A product can appear 50 times. So I can't just say sales amount. I will say sum. So if a product appears 60 times, it will sum all the sales amount for me. Does that make sense? So sum, open up, close bracket, sales amount, and call them product sales. You can rename it anything, but whatever you are going to rename, give it a name that depicts or that represents what you are doing, or that will explain better what you are doing. Now, let me now categorize sales, right? So I will say case when. Remember, we are doing case when. Case. Are we here? We are doing case when. Case. So this is the first column. This is the second column. I want to do case when. I want to categorize sales. That is, if the sum of sales is of this particular amount, give it so amount. If it's not, give it so amount. So I'll say case. Case is like I'm doing a different column now. I'll say case. Case is like if, for those who have done Python, Java, or you say if this is this, else if this. So it's like case. That is similar to case in SQL. SQL also has if. If I type if now, you see it giving it. Are you typing? Enter. If I type if now, if I type, I think, is it IIF or IFF? Yeah, can see it giving it a different color. There's if like that in SQL. There's IF2 in SQL. So, but we are doing it in another way now called case when. So I'll say case, just copy case, put it here, when, and I say when. That when could be in front. It doesn't matter, right? It could be in front, or you put it the next line. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. So case when. Condition one means when sum of sales. What is the sales? It's just what we have here. When sum of sales, where is sales amount? Or should I just copy it? When sum of sales amount is greater than, is greater than, they would have given you the breakdown. So let's just assume that you know how you want to categorize it in terms of the amount. Let's say for sum of sales amount greater than 2,500, right? This alone, this is a condition one. Forget the condition one or condition two. There's just it's condition. One and two is just a representation, right? Then I'm just following that thing. Result one means when this condition is true, what do you want to target? What name do you want to give to it? Then I will say, let me just form a name. Top products, top performer products. I don't know the name to give anyway. Let me just form something. Top.
You can say bestseller.
No, seller is less. Seller could be if I'm talking of customer now, I would say seller, but I'm talking of products in terms of product now. Yeah. Let me just say top products. Top product. Do you understand? When I say seller, that means there's human beings. Human being. That means you are talking about a customer or salesperson. But we're using just products now. So when this, I'll say top product, right? Then I will also do that same when again. Let me just copy all of this. So forget about condition one, condition two. It's just to represent what we are doing. So when sum of sales, I say greater than, so I'll say less than This is greater than 2.5. That means from 2.5, so I would say less than. Let me say it's equal to. This means from 2,501, then top product, right? Then if it's less than 2,500, let me say from some of says between. I've taught us all of this between 1,000 and 2.5 is still what, because this greater than 2.5 means 2,501 upward. So from 2,500 to 1,000, and I will say, I'm just giving it a name. I don't know if this name makes sense. Low. Okay, let me say top sales.
Average.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say top sales, medium sales, low
Yes.
sales.
Average and then
Yeah.
low.
Yeah. This one makes sense. That top product means nothing. Low sales. Thank you. That means the ladies in the house, they're giving us good ideas. Yeah. Then if you still want to argue, still copy this thing and paste. If you want to do some argument, but I am not in any other argument again. Yeah. I'm not interested in any other. I would say any other thing apart from this range, these two arguments, give them else. So I will say else. That's every other thing that doesn't fall within this condition, give them a result. Else. You can remember the reason why I'm putting them in single and open quote, they are not, I'm the one forming this result. I'm the one giving it the result. So it is not a column. I'm the one forming, so it is a string. I have to put something in quotes. So I'll say any other thing that doesn't satisfy this condition. Yeah. Else, give it the ladies in the house. What should I give it? After top low sales. Should I give it? Let me give you some mid sale.
It could be average sale.
Normal sales.
Okay, let me make this one average. Then let me make any other thing. Let me call it low. I don't know if low makes sense anyway. Low sales. Yeah. Then I will say end. That end, you could put it in front. It's not, you can put it in front. It's not a must that it's down. It's just to arrange them, right? You can, that's why people put them on say end. So all of this is not a must you put this semicolon. So all of this is one column. So I will say end as what? I want to give the name to this column. I'll say end it as product sales or product performance or product segmentation. I don't know. Let me just something. Don't ever use iPhone, because iPhone represents something else. Sorry, I'm a slow typer, very slow. Product segment, okay, not segment, segmentation. Right? So we are taking all of this, we are taking them from all this, we are taking them from a column, sorry, a table called fact internet sales. You can see explaining just one example has taken us like 15 minutes. That's where it is sometimes. So from this table, so by the time you highlight all of this and you execute, what's that? Oh, who can tell me why it's not running? I know. Who can tell me why?
Have you not chosen the right schema?
I've chosen the right schema here, so that I will know if you guys have been studying. Who can tell me why this query is not running? I know. I didn't see it before, but now I know. Can tell me why?
No clue.
Because there's no comma after H.
Else.
No, I already said that one is not a must. It's not a must. It's optional.
I said
Let
yes.
us no, it is optional. The semicolon after end is called. Can somebody read this? If you read this error, fact internet sales is a table. It said product key is invalid in itself because it's not
The product sales segmentation is supposed to have. Oh,
What internet sales is okay. Okay, is it because we are selecting product key, but then we're doing the case on sales amount? No,
no,
that's not it.
no.
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 You're supposed to use a group by.
Are we
Yes.
supposed? Are you? Let me ask now, as a student, are you asking or you are saying we suppose? I'm
We are
asking a
supposed to use
question.
group by. We're supposed to use
Okay,
group by because of the functions.
why should we use a group by?
Because we have the functions there, right? The
Mm-hmm,
sum functions. So I think
mm-hmm.
we should group it by product key.
Why is it group by product key? Of course,
Because
you are correct.
that's the only one that does not have the function in front of it.
It does not have a
Okay.
great function.
I was expecting like two people to answer, but those two people kept quiet because I have taught them before. Anyway, group by this product key, which is the same thing. But would that still give us the answer? Let's say, I don't think so, but let's see, it's me. Let's see. Yeah, it does. That's the answer. Anytime you use an aggregate function are sum. I told you guys it shows that we are not going back to our notes. This aggregate function count, sum, average, minimum, maximum. I taught us aggregate function, right? I thought it was aggregate function. But please go back and study. These things will not stay. It will not stay. Anyway, we have used an aggregate function, but there is a column that doesn't have aggregate function that is standing alone. So I will say this is a column standing alone, doesn't have aggregate function. So you want to group it by that. You must, not you may. You must group it by a column that doesn't have aggregate function beside it for as long as you have aggregate function already in that query. Does that make sense? This is an aggregate function. And because product key doesn't have aggregate function, you must use a group by and group by that column that doesn't have aggregate function, which is product key. So say group by product key. If I want to see the products, I can say order by. Let me teach you something. Order, if you want to see the sales, the topmost sales, I can say order by. Remember we did order by. I can say order by product sales segmentation. Product sales segmentation. Should we do it so that you guys can, I don't know, so order by product sales segmentation. So I want to see the top sales first, or say descending order. We've done this last 2 weeks, descending order. So if you execute this, and you see, you are seeing the sales, the product sales that is the highest from highest to lowest. That is what you are seeing there. Are we correct? Yes. Are we correct? We may not. Are we? Okay, not product segmentation. Sorry. By product sales, I was just seeing some higher ones there. So by product sales, sorry, not the segment. Segmentation is just alphabet string. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just string. This is just string. Low sales, top sales. So if you order it by it, you don't order it alphabetically. So I want to see the highest sales first. So this is the highest sales, product ID 312. If you want to know the name of this product, you have to join the table. We are doing join maybe next week or next 2 weeks. You have to join the table because this is just so for this product 312, it gave us the highest sales of 12,000, 120,580 something. I can't. This is the top sales. Control C, Control V. That is, how do you pronounce it? Is it 12,000, 120,000, or 1,205,876 pounds? Sorry, pence. I don't know, or penny, whatever. So that is that. Now, order by product sales. This column is the first column that appears, is number 1. This column is the second column, is number 2. This column is the third column, is number 3. So I can, instead of saying product sales, I can say order by 2. If it's SQL Server, order by 2 descending to give me the same result. 2 means the second column that appears in the select clause. The first is product key, which is product ID. The second is this. So I'm saying order by, instead of putting product sales, order by 2 means order by the second column in the select query in descending order. Any question? Before we do the second example.
I have a question. When you were explaining, the table we are using has sales column, total sales. So you mentioned something that assuming it doesn't have, we're going to use price and quantity. So I want to ask, what query are we going to run to do the multiplication?
It's just, multiplication is just the asterisk sign on top of your, if you check your keyboard pad or keyboard, whatever, what do you call it now? The number 8 on your keyboard, there is a sign on it, that asterisk, that is multiplication. So if, for example, you don't have, you just say, let me do it. Let's say, for example, we don't have this sales amount. All you just need to do is, sales is, or revenue is quantity times unit price. So far you have quantity times unit price, just say other quantity. There's other quantity there in the table. If you're working with NHS data, there's nothing like other quantity. In NHS is health data. So multiply by unit price. So if this is the same thing as sales amount. That was where they got sales amount inside this table. So if for assuming you don't have this, we just say sum this as product sales. So let's assume it. Let me just comment this out, assuming you don't have this. So this that is commented, that I gave comment to now, is the same thing. So this one in blue is the same thing as this one, because this sales amount, a column in this table, was achieved or was derived by multiplying quantity times unit price. So if you execute it, you get the same thing. Any question? Have I answered the question?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry,
There are no
Kola.
questions. Okay.
Sorry, Kola. Can we put this from fact internet sales group by product key on top before we put the select query?
No.
Mm-mm.
If you let me use a vague a funny example. Thinking of the example now. If you want to buy a tummy shirt, where do you get a tummy shirt from?
It could be online.
It could be online. Okay, I think that's not a good example.
Okay.
If you need something and you know where you can get the something from, right?
Mm.
You go to that place where you can get it. Then you start selecting what you want. So from can never come before select clause. Let me even thank you for asking that question now. This is an interview question. Like I said, it's not knowing how to write it that matter. You must know how to say it also. Now, anytime you write a query in SQL, for example, if you put order by before group by, it won't work. It's anything called like taboo or so. If you let me cut this here, cut it, and put it here, it won't work. It won't work. It will never work, never. Right? Why? There is order of arrangements when you're writing query. You can't start a query with a from when you have not picked any columns. It's when you picked all the columns that you want. Then you tell us where the columns are they are being picked from. They are picked from this table. Have I answered the question? So anytime you run an SQL query, I've been asked before, even if it's senior data analyst role, they can ask you, how does SQL, or let's say for SQL Server, how does SQL, or I think either SQL Server or not SQL, any SQL in any engine, how does what is the order of execution of the query? The order of execution of the query. This whole thing that you are seeing, the order of execution starts here. It will leave all of this.
Oh, sorry. I think that my bad. So from definitely has to be after select. Sorry. I was talking about the group by. The group by, can that be before from, or it has to be after from?
No.
Okay.
It has to be after from. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this is an interview question. They will ask you, when you run an SQL query, which order does it get? How does it get executed? Can you tell us the order? This query doesn't understand everything in blue. It doesn't understand everything in blue. It doesn't know all of these jargons. I'll call them jargons. It doesn't understand them because it doesn't know where they are coming from. So the first place it will go, this query, it will go here. So the order of execution for us in the interview, you say it starts from the from clause. Then it goes down. If there's any other thing, executes everything. Then it will return back to this. No, it executes this first, executes all of this, then come back to this. That is the order of execution. Does that make sense? That's an interview question. I'm serious. I've been asked several times.
Yes,
When,
that makes sense.
so do you understand that explanation? Okay. If there are no questions, let's continue.
Hi, Paul. If you
Yeah.
can repeat the stuff again. The execution, it starts from
The order of
form.
execution
Yeah, the
starts
order
from here,
form. Yeah.
goes to this place, then go back. In fact, it starts after starting from here, then it executes everything here. Then the last thing that gets executed is this. What's the columns in the select clause? That's the order of execution of an SQL query. Do you understand now, please? Okay. I think silence means yes. Let me do one more example. I don't know if you consider a class. Let me do one more example. This thing is, if you put yourself into it, yeah, you understand more most of the time. Like I said, we've done revision twice. You guys have not gone over it, but anyway, let's do a customer segmentation. This might take us like 20 minutes. I don't know if you still do the class work anyway. Let's do a customer segmentation. It's saying customers you want to do a customer segmentation. You want to know your top performing customer. Not really top performing. You just want to segment them. Now, you now say, this is a question. Customers who are male or female, and at the same time, they have bachelor degree. You want to give them top priority. Customers who are male or female, and they have graduate degree. You want to give them low priority. Then customers who are male or female, and they have partial college or high school degree, give them no priority. That means you want to know the type of customer that you should chase to get revenue, to get profit. So you want to chase this type of customer. That is your own definition of top priority customer that you need to chase. Does that make sense? Now, how do I do this? At first, you need to understand what does all this top, all this bachelor male, what does it mean? That means there should be a table called customer itself. So let's look for a table called customer. Is there any table? I think there's a table here called customer. Where's customer? Where's customer? I think this is team customer. Expand it. Expand it. Right? So you found a table called customer. You're now saying, what is this male or female? Which column will give me male or female? Which column will give me graduate degree? I don't know. Which column? Which column? Which column? Okay, now say, okay, let me query this table itself, customer table. Select what? You can tell me top. Let's say top. Top 100. Then all. Asterisk means all. From what? Customer table. I think this one will take us a bit of time to explain. Don't worry. It means you guys might escape classwork today. Execute. Can you see? So now this will give you at least the first 100 rows. That's why if you check by the bottom right, what do you see? 100 rows. Can you see where my cursor is? See my cursor, where it is.
Yeah,
Can you see
yeah,
100 rows? Why or down 100? Because it was 100 rows. I said, give me the top
selected.
100 rows. Yeah, selected. Thank you. So once to get a view, if it's in Python, you say something.add, something like that. So to get a view of this table, now I say, okay, what is male and female? What does male and female mean? Okay, now okay, there is a column called gender. Let me bring this down. There's a column called gender. Okay, let me take it back up. Let me just take it away. I don't need it. There's a column. Okay, now okay. This gender actually has male. So it's not written as male, female. It was written as M and F, right? Under gender. So you know that, okay, gender column gives me male or female, right? And it's M or F, not male in full and female in full. Now I say, which one is bachelor degree? Which column gives me bachelor? If you don't know, or if you can't locate it, do a where clause and select and do a where clause to give you all of these things. Got it? Which one? You now say, okay, I think there's a column called, can you see English education? It has bachelors. Can you see the one in blue? It has bachelors. It has, that means I say, oh, that means what will give me high school graduate degree is under a column called English education, which is this. And what will give me male, female is under the column gender, which is this. Can you say I'm answering the question bit by bit? So I will say, okay, let me do this customer segmentation. So I will say, I want to start now. Hope I've been able to explain something, right? I'll say select. Now, they may not most times they will tell you the columns that they want to see most of the time. But so in case you are not told, you just, okay, what will explain this customer in as in what to give it more context, what to explain it more, much more better. So I'll say, okay, I need the customer key. I don't like customer key. I'm putting it to customer ID. So customer ID, comma. Let me do a find boy query. Customer ID, yeah. Okay, I will say, okay, let me get their first name. I think first name also makes some sense. Yeah, comma. Let me get their last name. Last name makes some. I don't want to use middle name, but middle name has some don't have middle name, and to give me so many null values. I've taught you guys null, right? Null if is null, right? I've taught you. Okay. Last name. I'll say, okay, I think yearly income too should explain this customer well. So we know yearly income. Yeah. So it's not a month you pick these two columns, but let's pick it so that we'll know that what we are doing is perfect. Let's just pick it. We don't need it anyway, but let's just pick it. So I'll pick English education. English education just means the education, their degree in education. So their degree in English, the name of the degree in English. That's why you have Spanish education, whatever. So English education, I don't like that name. I will say as degree. Yeah. So I will also pick which other column? Gender.
Is degree right?
Just drag and drop. Just drag and drop. Then I'll come back to case. Member case. That's the reason why we're doing all of this story. Case when. So let me delete this too. I don't need it here. When what? Can you say condition one? Condition one. So I'll say condition one is what? When can you say this is condition one in blue? Customers, this is condition one. Customers who are male or female, and at the same time they have bachelor degree. Remember, it is only bachelor, the word bachelor that we have underneath the English education. Do you understand? So what will give us male or female? Gender, right? So I'll say when gender. Equals to M, right? Or gender. Don't go and put M or F over. That is, what is this now? Don't go and put M or F. That is not allowed though. Or gender. Where is gender? Gender equals to F. Don't go and say M or F. This is a taboo. Do you understand? Gender is equal to M or gender is equal to F, right? That is customers who are male or female. We've achieved that here. And at the same time, they have bachelor, so you say, and we're still doing condition one. Bachelor, what is bachelor? Bachelor is under the column English education. So I'll say, and English education equals to what? Bachelors. Remember, we have bachelors here underneath this thing in blue. So it's called to bachelor is just a what do you call it now? A record in a table. So say bachelors, right? So all of this is condition 1. Or just forget about condition 1 or 2. It's the condition. Does that make sense? Then where is then? Then result. So if a customer is male or a customer is female, and at the same time his English education is bachelor, what should we give to it? It's here. Give that customer top priority. I mean, those are the customers that you will chase. Then top. I don't like typing, so let me just copy and paste. Control C, Control V. Am I communicating? But I can rewrite this. This thing is too long. This one is too long. This one. Gender is equal to M. Gender is equal to F. I can rewrite it. So,
I was gonna ask if we can put that in IN.
yeah, you are super. You are super. We have students who are going through their stuff there. So let me just copy this. There's no classwork again because of our time. I don't say I was doing classwork. That means we escape. But if you come early next week, we get a classwork. So let me do it again. Now, since it is gender, the same gender that is equal to M and the same gender that is equal to F, and so I can say gender, we did it in open bracket. Why is this in this column? Sorry. Open bracket and close it in what? M, comma, F.
F.
This thing, this one, let me separate it. This one is the same thing as this. In means the gender column, in, that means everything inside this bracket that is in gender column, give it to me. So when gender is either M or F, then at the same time, English education is bachelor. Give them top priority. So let me just copy this. I like copying and paste, but don't go and plagiarize too much. So when gender, they're also male or female, but they are graduate degree. So change this one to graduate degree. So let me just copy this.
Please, let's skip it.
So I will change this to graduate degree. There are so many complex stuff that I can do with this one. So many complex stuff. I don't know if you should do one of them. I don't know. Then give it low priority. So change the top to low. Then customers who are male and female, then partial, I think instead of saying partial college or high school, just say every other one else. Just put else. Don't, if there's no other argument, just put else. Else. No priority because there's no other argument. No other argument after this, right? Since there's no other argument after this, why doing the third argument? Just say every other thing apart from these two. Else, give it no priority. That means those who only went to high school, you think they won't have money. That's your own mentality as the boss of the organization. So I'll say no priority. Or you might not even in terms of money, you might want to chase them for something else anyway. No priority. Let me put uppercase P. I think this is where we're going to stop because of our time. There might not be classwork, right? So all of this, I'll say end. Just like end. Just like end. Yeah, end. End it. End all this story that you are writing. End it with a column name. So end as what? Customer what?
Qualification.
Not really qualification.
Segmentation.
Give me an, okay, let's do customer segmentation. The ladies are, I don't, okay, I like using uppercase to start. So we are picking all of this story from a table. What's the name of that table? Dean customer. Can you see that this is interesting, right? Highlight it, execute it. So you see the customer ID 1100. The first name is John, second name is Yang. He earns £90,000 or $19,000. He is a bachelor degree or older and is a gender. Gender is male. Is one of the top priority. Home.
Have
So
we just added that yearly income? It's not part of our business question.
it's not part of it. We just wanted to
Oh,
know
thank you.
their,
Yeah.
So if you want to know the one that is earning the highest salary ordered by, let's say, that yearly income. So instead of saying yearly income, is it 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 that I will put? 4.
4.
4, because yearly income is the fourth column, fourth table, fourth column here. Yeah, by 4. What? Descending. Descending is like this in English, but in SQL, just take the first 4 character, execute. So you see that these are Damian, Davis, Alexis, Shannon, Dustin, Andre. All these guys earn 170,000, maybe dollars or pounds. A lot of them earn it. That means those who really went to school, they have a lot of money according to this data. So you can take this, right click, select everything, copy with headers, take to Power BI, take to Excel, do a maybe like a what do you call it now? Stacked column or stacked bar charts to see, okay, let's see them basically so that you will know them. It's not just a simple now, it looks like a visual format, but a very class. So that is that. And though we have time, but I don't think we can do class 4 because of the numbers of people that we have. Any question? If there's no question, I'll do a class work to everybody to do.
I don't know if you can hear me. I've been trying to speak.
Okay,
Can
I
you
can hear you now.
Okay, thank you. So the order by, I would just want to know where 4 came from. The other time it was 2. So maybe I just missed it. Order by 4 and descending. I don't know what the 4 is.
Okay. This is the first column. This is the second column. This is the third column in the way we pick them. This is the fourth column. So instead of just putting this 4 actually represent yearly income because it's the fourth column in your select clause. If your yearly income were to be the first one you choose, you say order by 1. I'll answer the question.
Thank you.
Any question, please?
Yes, I have a question. The end as customer segmentation, like what's the use and
Okay,
yeah,
thank you. Okay. Whenever you write a case when statement, a case when statement is actually trying to form another column most of the time, except it's a complex when you are doing something like transaction triggers. But when you write a case when statement, everything like this in blue, is not a must that you have where is it now? It's not anymore that you have condition 1, condition 2, condition 3. It could be just one condition Sometimes you can have 4 case when. Each of those case when they are a column on their own. So all of this, no priority, low priority, top priority. If you check the result, they're actually what you see under the result, right? But you need to give all these value, all these results, you need to attach a column name to them. If you don't put any column name, and I'm not even sure it will work. Let me just try it. I've not tried that before. It may work, but it will tell you no column name. Let me. Why is this not highlighted? Okay. Can you see? Can you see this? What was this one? No column name. Can you see?
Okay, yeah. I get.
So that is actually giving it a column name. Yeah. Have I answered the question?
Yeah.
Can everybody quickly open their SQL? I'm not putting you into breakout room. I want to ask a question. I want to give us a class of for 5 minutes. Using this same table. Using this same table. I don't want to give us a class for that I've not, because there's one more example that I want to give us. Should I do this? Okay, let me just give us. Should we do one more example? Should do a classwork that everybody will try within 5 minutes? What do you think? I'm just looking at the time.
A new joiner here, but I don't have access to that table or the data.
You said what?
Said as a new joiner, I don't have that.
Yeah. Reach out to Kemi. Kemi will sort you out. There's somebody called Kemi. Look for, I don't know if Kemi is Kemi here tonight?
I don't think so.
Oh, she's not here. Who has, okay, send your this thing to me personally on this Zoom, on this what do you call it, Zoom chat, yeah.
On this chat,
Maybe,
thank you.
maybe I can forward this stuff to you. Kemi is always one, and I don't know why she's not here tonight. Maybe she's at work. Any other question? I don't think I should do any other. I will do one more example, but I don't know if 12 minutes can accommodate that example, because
Yeah, quick question. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so on the back of the order by, the fourth, where you have the fourth one for the yearly income. So if
You what? Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Okay, yeah, continue now.
Yeah, sorry. So I was saying, just on the back of the order by, right? So the lady was asking the question about, the fourth column. So let's say the column is in the case, right? The case section. What number would you put there?
This one doesn't have a number. All these are just separate. Everything we are doing here. Everything we are doing here. Right? It's just trying to give either it is top priority, trying to know if it's top priority, low priority, or no priority, which is what appeared on this stuff here. Let me run it again. The name of the column itself is customer segmentation. All these are just to give us, just to show an expression. If it meets our condition, meets the business first, then change it to top priority. We can, if you want to, if you put order by, let's say this is 4, this is 5, this is 6, this is 7. If you put order by 7, yeah, in this case, it's actually going to order it based on this name of customer. And so the way to order it from A to Z. But since it is descending, to order it from Z, is this Z now? Z to A. That is every name or all these top priorities. That means you will see, I think A, B, C, D, T is higher than L, right? IDK element or T. So if you order it by this, you will see all the no priority, all the top priority first. as in string. It's not, can you see top priority? Top, because T is actually A, B, C, D, E, L, E, F, G, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, T. T in the sense that T is higher in the alphabet count. I don't know if that's what I'm saying. It can, what it will order by, to order by this customer segmentation. All these are also categorize or do a segmentation of your either they are top or low customer. So forget about the columns inside. It has no meaning. It has no impact on our order by.
Okay, so when you see a case in the body of the query, it's not factored in when it comes to order by.
What is factored in order by is the name of the column and the content of that column. The name of this column is customer segmentation. And the content of the column is either no priority, low priority, or top priority. So if you order by customer segmentation, which is 7 in this scenario, what's going to order by is going to start from, instead of starting from A, B, C, to start from Z, Y, whatever, coming down. And if you are coming down, T, you first meet T before you meet L, before you meet N also. So you see, that's why you are saying top priority first, top priority, top priority. After top priority, top, you see no. I think N comes before L. Then you now see low priority. I think, okay, L comes before N. I don't think there's even low priority. There's no low priority. That means no customer falls in that category. Yeah. I've answered your question.
Yeah, understood. Thank you.
Yeah. There's no classwork, please. I will send an assignment on the, I'll send it to us when I'm sending the recording to this on failing Monday. Let us try it. There's no in trying, there's no harm in not trying it, but I'll just send the assignment. Yeah. And that will be the first thing we will do for the first 10 minutes on Saturday. I want to see those who have done it and what they did. Somebody's trying to say something at that time.
Sorry, I reached out to you privately that I was struggling to download the SQL thing on my MacBook and on my phone. And then you gave me another link that had Amazon AWS. I'm still struggling. I just don't want to be disturbing you. I don't know how I can get in touch with you. What time is best? Maybe probably video of my Mac. It's not working for me. I don't know why. So I've not been able to. The only thing I've had is my notes. I don't have any SQL server to work with. I downloaded something, just a random one on my phone, but obviously it doesn't have all those, the database 2022 one that you said we should try to download. It's just an SQL kind of thing, and it didn't have a lot on it. So I just went randomly to get something on my Android phone. But my Android, my MacBook, nothing is. I've downloaded the Docker. I've deleted the old one. It's just not working for me. So I don't have any database.
The one I saw on Amazon, I think that was light sale. So
So that was like video. I've even watched several videos where they're like, okay, you could do it if your phone is Apple, I mean your MacBook is Apple M1, whatever. I've watched like 4 different videos. Once I get to
somebody that has used it on this call just messaged me that she would help you. So there's somebody on this call. Can that person, so that I think who is the person? So, there's somebody on this call called I think her name is okay.
You can hello. Yeah,
Hello?
you can send me a chat now, so I can have your details. Then I'll put you through.
Okay, so private chat you my phone number. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, on WhatsApp it's fine. So you can private chat me your number.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Let's do that immediately before the class ends in 5 minutes. Yeah.
Group email now. I'm sorry, group chats for her name.
No, you can send it on the Zoom chat.
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's
yeah.
okay.
Only to her, not
Yeah,
Not
we
to,
are.
not to everybody, please.
Thank you. I shall do that. I can only see meeting group chat and caller only, so I think it's the settings of the call. I can't see personal name.
Click the arrow. You see the names of all those.
I've clicked it. What I'm seeing is chat and caller only. Those are the only two things I can see.
Are you serious? Let me stop sharing. Let me see if maybe I didn't do something. Is it the same thing with everybody? Can everybody see? Can you
Yes, it's the same
private chat
thing.
somebody?
Yes.
But I
It's
can't
the same thing.
Okay.
No, I can see a list of names. I can see a list of names on the call.
So
But you can't send a private message, unfortunately.
okay, you can't. Okay.
No, you can't.
Okay.
Maybe we want to stop recording.
Can you?
I think I'll drop it to you,
Okay.
then I'll collect it from you.
So if you're
That's
on the
fine.
group chat, you can check for your